At 2:10 p.m. on the 5th of November 1945, 5 torpedo bombers, collectively referred to as Flight-19, with a total of 14 passengers, were deployed from a naval air station in Fort Lauderdale on a routine navigational training mission. These torpedo bombers were specifically nicknamed Iron Birds because of their durability as experienced during times of war. The aircrafts were checked for any faults prior to embarking on their journey, with engineers concluding that they were in good condition. Weather was also projected to be favorable on that day, making the trip relatively safe. The crew embarked on their journey and everything was smooth at first, but as they turned north, just above the Atlantic Ocean, they began experiencing problems. The flight's leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, reported on an emergency transmission that his compass was malfunctioning and they were headed in the wrong direction. Taylor was heard over the Fort Lauderdale's flight tower saying, "Cannot see land. We seem to be off course." When he asked for their location, he answered that he wasn't sure. During the next 20 minutes, the crew went radio silent, and when they finally made contact again, Taylor had transferred command to another pilot. The new flight leader stated, "Looks like we are entering white water. We are completely lost." This was the last time they heard from the crew of Flight-19. 2 PMB Mariner flying boats were deployed on a rescue mission to the last known position of Flight-19. 10 minutes after they departed from the station, they communicated with the tower, but that was the last heard from them, before they also vanished into thin air. Over the next 5 days, Coast Guard, Navy, and Naval Aviation personnel searched more than 250,000 square miles of the Atlantic and Gulf waters for any signs of the aircrafts that disappeared, but turned up with nothing. Neither Flight-19, its passengers, nor the rescue team were ever found. This was not the first time this notorious area would wreak havoc on ships or aircrafts in its path. Dating back to the 1800s, several ships and aircrafts had mysteriously vanished in this region of the Atlantic, subsequently named the Bermuda Triangle. According to reports, more than 50 ships and 20 airplanes have suffered catastrophes in the Bermuda Triangle over the space of 100 years. Researchers have since poured enormous resources into uncovering the mystery that is the Bermuda Triangle. However, their efforts have only ended in an overwhelming number of conspiracy theories, with none of them ascertained. Today's video will examine the Bermuda Triangle, some of these conspiracy theories, and certain arguments debunking them. The Bermuda Triangle, also nicknamed the Devil's Triangle, is located in the North Atlantic Ocean in between Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico. It is infamously known for shipwrecks, plane crashes, and mysterious disappearances. The first account of this dangerous region was by the famous explorer Christopher Columbus on a journey to discover America. He reported odd occurrences in the triangle area, which included compass malfunctions, strange lights, strong waves, and a fireball that descended from the sky into the sea. The compass malfunction and waves seem to be consistent with other controversies surrounding the triangle. The area was further brought into limelight by a writer named Vincent Gaddis, who observed that the location formed a triangular shape connecting Bermuda, Florida, and Puerto Rico, thereby coining the name Bermuda Triangle. The name Bermuda Triangle is however not recognized by the U.S. Board on Geographical Names. Gaddis released an article in the February 1964 issue of the Argosy magazine, discussing the catastrophes associated with the Bermuda Triangle at length. Following the publication of this article, researchers have come up with several postulations for the bizarre occurrences in the triangle. Let's look at some of these in more detail. Some scientists have settled on magnetic anomalies as the root of the problem encountered in the triangle. The magnetic north, which is compass indicated, and true north are usually the same, except in few occasions where there is a magnetic anomaly. The triangle is recognized as one of the areas where magnetic north and true north differ, as compasses present results different from true north by 20 degrees. Ship navigators could have attempted to compensate for this difference and lost their way in the process. Likewise, lightning storms could affect magnetic fields, which could also result in compass error. Another theory is the presence of methane hydrate in the bottom of the ocean. There are claims that passengers aboard flights and ships near the area do perceive a strong odor of gas. If this methane gas does exist in large quantity underneath the ocean floor, it could erupt if stirred by internal pressure or by seismic waves. These eruptions would release great quantities of methane onto the ocean's surface, causing ships to lose their buoyancy and sinking as a result. In larger quantities, methane could travel way up into the air, interfering with an aircraft's engine or potentially causing a severe engine fire accident. Some other theories have linked the strange occurrences in the Bermuda Triangle to the lost city of Atlantis. Atlantis is a city mentioned in one of Plato's works that reportedly sank into the seas. Now, there are claims that remains of the Atlantis city lay in the bottom of the Bermuda Triangle, and oddly, everybody who went missing in the area are now residents of the city. This theory further postulates that these strange occurrences are caused by an advanced tech crystal, which belonged to the people of Atlantis and presently now lies in the waters beneath the Bermuda Triangle. Researchers have referred to a unique rock formation within the triangle as evidence of Atlantis' existence in the area. On the contrary, Charles Blitz, a paranormal enthusiast, stated that the Atlantis city itself was a victim of the Bermuda Triangle and now exists at the bottom of the ocean floor as it sank due to the triangle's forces. The last theory we will examine is one surrounding rogue waves. Rogue waves are exceptionally large waves that are recorded as being twice as big as regular waves and can reach heights as high as 100 feet. They are extremely dangerous because of their unpredictability. They can appear at any time and from any direction. Rogue waves are strong enough to break large ships in half. According to scientists from the University of Southampton, these waves are generated from storms and colluding ocean swells, which are not strange events in the triangle. While many of these theories may sound reasonable and convincing because of the scientific explanations, they have been subjected to disapproval from several quarters. Carl Kruszelnicki, an author and scientist of Sydney University in Australia, dismissed every theory that had been given for the tragedies in the Bermuda Triangle. He claimed the disappearances of flights and ships are as a result of unfavorable weather conditions and human error. He expatiated on his claims by using the Flight-19 example. Kruszelnicki asserted that waves were about 15 meters high in the Atlantic that particular day, and that Lieutenant Christopher Taylor was the only experienced pilot aboard the aircrafts. He added that Taylor had a hangover, flew the plane without a watch, and had a bad record of losing and ditching planes on 2 occasions prior to the Flight-19 incident. He concluded that Taylor could have made some errors, and when combined with the massive waves, it could have led to the tragedy. On the issue of the rescue teams, this scientist claimed that the seaplane did not vanish without a trace. He said many witnesses saw it blow up. Oil slicks and debris were also found on the scene, adding to this conclusion. Further proving his claim, he said the PBM Mariner had a tendency of exploding, earning it the nickname the Flying Gas Tanks. Following the incident with the rescue team, the PBM Mariner seaplanes were banned by the US Navy. In an attempt to approve or disprove the methane gas theory, scientists with the United States Geological Survey carried out a research on the presence of such large quantity of gas in the Bermuda Triangle. Their report read that they were able to find large stores of hydrates globally, but they found no record of large releases of gas hydrates in the Bermuda Triangle for the past 15,000 years. In relation to the magnetic anomalies, there is a belief that the theory downplayed the intelligence and expertise of pilots and ship captains. Navigators undergo rigorous training sessions, among which includes variations in compass readings and finding their way in the absence of electronic navigation. Foregrounding this claim, an article on a Navy website read, It has been inaccurately claimed that the Bermuda Triangle is one of the two places on Earth at which a magnetic compass points toward true north. Normally, a compass will point toward magnetic north. Although in the past this compass variation did affect the Bermuda Triangle region, due to fluctuations in the Earth's magnetic field, this has apparently not been the case since the 19th century. At this juncture, the explanation to the Bermuda Triangle mystery could be any of these wide-ranging theories. But what if researchers are on a wild goose chase and there is no mystery to unravel? Humans are known to look for things in places where there is nothing, and this case may not be any different. The route in question is heavily frequented by ships and aeroplanes since it is connected to ports in America, Europe, and the Caribbean islands, therefore increasing the possibility of an accident in the area. Besides, the frenzy about the area has been tagged as unwarranted because the number of accidents that had occurred there are not unusual when compared to some other areas in the world. After pondering these conspiracy theories, it seems we are at a crossroads. You can, however, help us out with your opinion. What do you think? Are there strange forces at play, or are we simply overthinking the occurrences of some unfortunate events? Comment below. Thank you for watching, and we hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Likewise, turn on notifications so you never miss a video.